Well, hello everyone. I got now look on your end to see if you can see the magma. Uh, then we
Checking now.
can, huh?
I'm checking now. Hold on.
But it just has a sign in screen for me. Hello everyone. My name's Justin. I don't know if
Yeah,
anybody's
it just has a sign in thing for me as well. You want to
yeah
maybe just try signing into one of your Google accounts or something instead of Discord?
into one of the Google accounts. Uh,
One of your Google accounts.
yeah, like if
I don't know if that helps, but I'm just trying to troubleshoot
yeah,
since
it
I
could work.
don't want us to uh rush into try to just. I mean, we'll be yapping anyway, but
Yeah, we're certified yappers. Um, I'm gonna look at this and like it has my little icon up here, like so it's reflecting over here that I'm signed in. We're back at it again, doing our thing over here at Divetown HQ. Uh, wait, check to see if you can hear everything on through YouTube.
okay, well,
I do appreciate you. And let's see. Christians.
okay, yes, I can hear myself.
Okay, cool. Can you hear me?
Hey, I can hear you, and I
And we're not we're not out of balance or whatever.
can hear myself. Yes.
Okay. As long as we're not like talking like and it's like echoing or anything weird.
Nope, I didn't hear any echo.
All right. I'm doing a little copy and paste action with the talking stuff. So just give us a little bit time.
Yeah, welcome in to anybody who's coming in here.
Hell yeah.
We are the Dive Town producer and director. I'm the producer, Dari, and that is the director, Justin, of Dive Town. Which Dive Town is a pilot that revolves around three specific characters: Pete the Pirate, Nini the Mermaid, and Serena the Siren, who are in their fantastical world out and about doing their things, and they are soon whisked away and put into a town called Dive Town. And there they have to, kind of acclimate to their new surroundings. And I'll be here be answering questions if you guys have any questions, and we'll be discussing Dive Town as a whole overall throughout the stream. And if you haven't watched Dive Town, put it in your watch list and watch it later, maybe after the stream, or if you need a break, or if we go on break during the stream, which we likely will. Go
Yeah.
ahead and maybe use that break to watch Dive Town, and then if you have any questions, critiques, concerns, whatever have you, you can come back to us and ask us live.
Hell yeah. And I was just showing off our stop motion puppets in across an international audience, and I was uh, spreading the word of Divetown to a person in Ethiopia. Uh, it was a very cool experience. I'm always happy to like meet different people from across the globe. It was a little tricky, and I do apologize for running us a little behind. But now we're an internationally known brand, and
Thank you.
yeah, and I think there's a large group of people over there who understand the language. So there's no language barrier. Not a large one, anyways. Here's our poster. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I showed this yesterday, but very proud of our materials. And like I mentioned to the international community, everything that we produce for this Kickstarter, it is going to be rare, like the rarest Pokemon. Like you're not going to be able to find it after this campaign is over. When it's done, it's done. So get yours today.
For our Kickstarter, which we have in the description.
Yeah. And
Are you able to restart the screen share for the browser window? Are you able to share the whole browser window and not just the website URL? Because maybe that's what's messing it up.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure how OBS works, but I don't know if you can just share like a specific screen instead of sharing connecting the URL like you do for YouTube or like you do for, I assume, Magma or the screen share. Just have it be shown on OBS.
I know I can do what I did yesterday, but like how it happened yesterday, it won't have the, what do you call it? I won't have access to the drawing screen, which is okay. Like I can do art stuff over here,
yeah. So if you wanna open your drawing software and doodle over there, and then maybe I can just send in something. I don't know how we want to make it work.
I just finished sending the reading material from the one place to the other place from the DM. Oh, yarg! Rah! Our people are back. Oh, Malice Bat. Are you familiar with Malice Bat?
Yes.
Nice.
Thank you guys for joining in.
Yeah, welcome everybody. I'm about to share the screen. It's going to be the display, so I may not have access to reading the comments, so Dari will have to.
I got it on my end. Yep.
Yeah. So let's see what we got here. Automatic select a display. Desktop location.
And for those that have just come in, thank you again. And just to give a quick rundown on us, I am the producer and FX animator for Divetown, and the person on screen, or the man on screen, is Justin, the director of Divetown, and the film is about three fantastical beings: Pete the Pirate, Mimi the Mermaid, and Serena the Siren, who are all in the fantastical world beginning of the pilot and eventually get whisked away into a place called Divetown where they now have to pay rent and such. And we will share different details and be sketching or doodling, whatever we figure out what we can do through this stream, but mostly, of course, yapping about Divetown.
They said, Dari, we can't hear you well, Sailor. Let's see.
Okay.
I'm gonna. All right, say something, Dari.
Hello. You guys hear me better?
Give us a sign. Okay. And then I'm gonna send this over here. So it should be capturing your amazing art. Let me know if
there's a small echo.
There's a small echo?
Yes.
I'll have to jump back over
according
here.
To Qantas.
All right. Let me see if...
Hello? Is there still an echo, guys? Also, I saw the magma screen. I don't know if you were able to get it working a second ago. Oh, so that was just like a fake. Oh. Well, I'm just watching the live and I saw it go up and then it went back to OBS. But I assume that's because you were switching back to change the setting. Yeah. No problem. I'm just there was like a 10-second delay. So it's hard to keep up and see like what's going on, what's working and what's not. Yeah, for sure. I'm watching the helmets. Don't worry about it. You want to talk about a little bit about the creation of Divetown and how it came about the characters and whatnot? Oh, hold on, Justin. They can't hear it. They can't hear anything now. Yeah.
This is the main guy. Okay, so what?
Oh, now I can hear myself through the stream, but
you're all like, I don't like that. I don't know. That's Justin. Now we can't hear you, bro. Dang.
Let us know if you guys can hear us now.
Yeah. You guys are helping us figure this out because clearly YouTube Live is more advanced than we imagined. Um, at least through OBS.
Oh, there's an echo.
There's an
There's
echo.
an echo for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe. Oh, I think
Hold
what
on. To pick me up. Yeah. There's a delay, so they're not gonna hear what we're saying until like 10 seconds later. It's really crazy. Oops. I think yeah.
We're gonna get this, okay?
We'll get it eventually, you know. We're trying our best.
Yeah, fight for my
Appreciate you
life
guys'
over
patience.
here.
Literally.
We're gonna get it figured out. And unique New York. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. Beep, 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 beep. Can you hear me? Just let me know. Oh, Dory, real nice now. Okay, okay. You know, Dory's the brains of the operation, all right? So if we can just hear,
Yes.
okay, I can hear him, but he's
Oh,
very quiet.
yeah, you're quiet in comparison to me. I'm like loud.
Okay, because I raised
Goddamn.
yours up a little.
Okay, but what did you just change? Maybe turn me back down and do whatever you did for yourself
Turn you
back
back
up.
down? Okay.
Just a little bit. Like
Just a
maybe half
smidge.
or a quarter of what you have it at currently.
Okay, yeah, I want to make sure because what you taught me about the sound mixing. By the way, everyone, the sound works because Dari knows how to mix sound. I was it was a nightmare.
You were peaking the audio a little bit in some areas. I was
Yeah,
just like, oh.
yeah. If they ever go to IMAX, they're gonna have tinnitus for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, they were like, whoa,
Whoa, too
a little bit
much.
loud.
Like, let's see. Wizard Dory
Oh, now I'm
sure,
echoing
peak
again.
wizard, you know. Okay, and yeah, peak wizard for sure. Okay, here's.
I'm echoing a little bit again, Justin.
Are you echoing again? Damn it.
Yeah.
Wizard
Oh,
Dory
gosh.
always casting echo. Like, why?
Yeah, truly always casting echo. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Really don't try to, but tis the way of my
I
people.
smidged us. I smidged us down a bit. They were both smidged down a bit.
Sorry, I'm checking it now.
And you know, as you can see, we're looking into the void. Are ya
Hello,
ready,
hello.
kids?
No, Captain.
Well, that's too damn bad. I
Okay, you're.
smidged us
Hold
down.
on.
I smidged us down. Yeah, tap that like. Yeah, this like
Okay,
tequila.
there is no echo for me anymore, but you are a little bit quiet again. But I think it's at, I don't know, guys. Oh gosh, they're back to saying we can't hear anything.
No! Oh my god!
Oh
We
wait,
heard you say that.
hold on.
That's too damn bad. Well, that's because I basically yelled it. Okay, so I just gotta talk how I normal talk. Uh oh. Say something. Say something, Dari.
Hello, hello.
All right. That's too damn bad. Because we can hear y'all, but are both very quiet. Okay, so I'm gonna bump you up some more. Wait, say something.
I sound very I sound
Say
very
like a prolonged
uh
sentence. Say something
I don't know
very
what a prolonged.
like what's your favorite speech? You got any favorite speeches? You got poems? You got some road less traveled over here? Hello, hello, hello. If I like to record a message for you, sure.
Oh, well,
Dari, you got to give us those samples. You got to give us the sample
oh
audio. So
gosh.
you got to just
Okay.
go blah
Hello
blah blah
everyone.
blah blah blah
I'm
blah
yapping for real
blah
and,
blah
you
blah
know,
blah 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 blah.
yap yap, you know.
Yicky
Yap
yak
yap for real.
yak.
Also, can you hear us now? Can you hear the
Yeah,
director, Justin?
cause I got Dari peeking in the yellow.
Exactly, which is why I'm like, how is that possible that they
And
can't hear
and
either of
I
us?
got a quiet voice though, so
I
that's
know, but like
probably
I'm still pretty loud on. Okay. I can hear myself through the audio, so
look
but you are super quiet.
doing a live
You are
video is nothing like doing creating an animation. Yay yay
okay.
yay 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 yay. Okay.
Justin, you are very quiet. You need to. Is there a way to like up your input level volume? I don't know.
I'm gonna bump it up,
Or
but I don't want
check when no
echoes.
check. I know, but like check whatever speaker your input audio is even coming from because it sounds like you're like in a totally different room being recorded for voice. So like, is it
Yay.
connected to your TV, connected to your phone, and it's connected to your iPad? Like, just make sure it's not connected to something weird.
It's
Because that's what it
always
sounds like right now.
connected to something weird. It's connected to my stuff. It is inherently something weird.
I know, but it needs to be connected to your computer, is what I'm saying.
Let's
It's
see if
okay
I
if it's
can.
connected to your weird computer, but it
My
needs to be connected
weird
to your weird
computer.
computer.
Let me see. I'm gonna turn. Look.
Sorry for the technical
I'm
difficulties,
glad this
guys.
amuses you. Uh, I'll let the screen over here. I'm going to let me actually turn off my camera. I don't want people staring at my just nothing back.
White wall.
Yeah, it's beautiful nothing, sure, but it's not what you came here
Why
for.
is it?
Uh, Cause I have the technology, like
Oh, but you left it on OBS. You should have left it on the magma. Oh wait, you did. I'm sorry. Ignore me.
It's a delay. It's a delay.
I know. I'm like I said, there's a delay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all I see is OBS, and then it changed, and I was like, wait, never mind, you're good. Just continue what you're doing. Oh, I freaking
It's
hate the
that
delay.
way.
Delay is the worst, bro. It's
It's
absolutely the worst.
yeah.
Oh, we
It's
hate
like
it
a
here.
gaslighting delay. Like don't lie to me.
The captain is out about trying to figure out his technical difficulties on his audio, so he'll be back eventually, probably. If not,
Most definitely.
Ponta said abandon ship. So we have some people spewing mutiny, Captain. I think we have to deal with that. Okay, well, guys, thank you again for being here. And I currently just drew Mimi the mermaid, and I am going to be drawing Pete the pirate and Serena the siren soon after, so you guys can have a visual aid of the characters I talked about earlier. And I'll also yap a bit about some things. I will talk a bit about, let's see here. I'll talk a little bit about our Kickstarter journey. So we found out that we actually need a lot more social media followers, and uh, we needed to have. I will, Quanta. I see your message. Um, but we had to figure out kind of real time that we need more social media followers in order to be able to get our thing out there and to get it seen and to just have, more people know about us and be able to want to support us because if, obviously nobody knows us, then why are they going to support us?
Okay.
So, um, we went about just trying to get, um,
Hello.
and if you haven't seen,
Hello.
I would recommend to go to, I can hear you, Justin.
Okay.
I would recommend going to our YouTube channel and watching the pilot before you decide if you want to support. It's a really great watch. It's only, I think, 6 or 7 minutes, um, give or take. So would would appreciate that, and I hope you guys enjoy it when you watch it if you haven't seen it yet. Um, let's see here.
Well, I
Uh,
tried plugging in the mic, so that can't help us because then I can't hear you.
uh,
And you giving me the feedback of what the people are saying is how uh, I'm about to switch back over to the OBS view. So if you want to hold off on that,
okay,
like what I
okay,
want you to draw Mimi smoking a puffer. Hell yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I'll pause on that though. I kind of forget how they smoke the pufferfish, so I'm just trying to like do it from the side
Yeah, she takes it back
because
and then inhales and then
does she exhale from the pufferfish's mouth?
um no, because I think the pufferfish's mouth is visible. Uh,
Right. So from
how
his
how she's inhaling is she's basically like biting into it and sucking because
gotcha.
that that's how dolphins do the pufferfish.
Okay. I'll continue doing
Hunter
that
is bullying me. Who?
in a second
Uh-oh.
here.
Uh-oh. It's me. I'm the captain. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now. canonically a pirate, Malice. You don't even know what's your left and right. We're what is it?
There's some
Dyslexic. False.
there's some
There's some drama going on. I
there's
don't
some
like.
tomfoolery happening in the comments, but that's
I'm
okay. You know, we're a
obsessed.
rowdy ship, a rowdy crew.
Yeah.
So we accept the tomfoolery, right?
Yeah. On this pirate ship, it's only tomfoolery. Yeah. Keep me posted.
Exactly.
I'm
Welcome, welcome in.
I'm gonna do
If
this motion.
there's any newcomers,
Enjoy
we
some
are the
boneless.
creators of Divetown, and we are um, here to just yap, sketch, and try to figure out how to properly stream. uh,
Take a lunch break,
of
boss.
course. Um, and we the film is about three characters: Pete the pirate, who I'm drawing, Puffing a Pufferfish, Mimi the mermaid, and Serena the siren, who I'll be drawing shortly after.
Mm-hmm.
And all three characters are in a mystical kind of fantastical world, and they are then whisked away from home and thrown into a place called Divetown, where they must figure out how to survive in a world of paying rent and
Yeah.
such.
Paying
And
bills and living like a landlubber.
exactly. So we're here to chat about Divetown and answer any questions if you have any questions about specifically like the animation industry or about our production, and ask us questions regarding that. So ask away. Otherwise, we'll just keep yapping about the production and how it was for us. And yeah,
Yeah.
about it. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it.
I'm still getting my shit together. I got
Wait,
my
watch your
sketchbook right here.
French. Watch your French, Justin. You
What would you say?
don't want to be. I said, watch your French.
Oh yeah, omelette du fromage. You know.
No, but like I don't think you can really curse. That's what I mean by
I
watch your
think there's
French.
like a limit, like a strike one or like a baseball or something.
Exactly. So I think we should, just maybe not try
Yeah,
to
don't
test
hog.
the limits.
Yeah, don't hog all the limit. No, I get you.
Yeah, because what if I want to,
Yeah,
what if I have a crash out?
yeah.
What if I want to crash out? And,
We gotta, we gotta give you time to crash out too.
Exactly. All right, he is done smoking the doobie, the doobie puffer fish, and um
His doobie doobie doo.
so kind of going back to what I was talking about earlier, Justin, you were away, but I was just talking about how our Kickstarter journey was kind of a little bit rough because we found out that we needed to have a lot more social media presence in order to get people to want to support us on our Kickstarter. Um,
Yeah, like how can they support us if they don't know we exist?
exactly. So, to kind of transition into our social media journey, we were having to, figure out how social media works, how often we need to post, how often we need what we need to post, which most likely now we know are reels, and to figure out all of the ins and outs of what to specifically post, what gets people's eye, what doesn't get people eye, figuring out that we have to do some posts in order to get some people to come in and want to uh, support us and for them to even see our work, since social media is such a saturated place. So we had to go about trying to understand what we could do to get more people to see us and whatnot.
Yeah.
But we I think we slowly have surely have kind of gotten there over the 60 last 60 days of the Kickstarter that we've been doing it. So we're a little bit better at it, but we still have quite a bit to learn, I think. Um, but we're getting there and we're doing our best.
Yeah.
Um, but let me think. Um,
What's the comments look like?
the comments are
Uh,
nothing really to respond to at the
Nothing to
moment.
write home about. I'm sorry.
Hmm?
I'm fresh out of the cage.
Why is this being so difficult? Hold on. My pencil is not penciling.
That's not good.
Okay, I'm just going to use this tool because this is a bigger tool and everyone will probably be able to see it better. So just going to change my drawing tool.
Yeah. Yeah. I think what I realized is like I tried to start this before like solo dolo, and with our powers combined, being able to like really do the research that we both done, we were able to like reach a broader audience, and also like as I don't like to give it credit because I felt dirty giving meta any of my hard-earned doubloons, but I knew that we were we were in this very stuck situation, and and we were creating some really good stuff, but like no, it was they weren't pushing it out. So I think it at least helped unclog and like get us out of that little slump where only a few people were seeing our posts. Um,
Hmm.
but I and like I probably would do that again, but like I think we need to. I agree. Like having like a better representation on the socials, and I think it would be fun to do like smaller little either animation or animatic type things on our socials. That'll be a good idea to do.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm still getting used to like letting go of some of the mysteries that I'm trying to hold close to my chest.
Yeah. We have to, it becomes, we just have to talk about it and see what we're willing to kind of let go and what we're not. So
Yeah,
it's a process.
yeah,
Right, we have Pete, the smoking. He's pretty
yeah. He's
doobied
he's
out.
he's
He's gone.
annihilated. He's like, whoa, that hit me too
He's
hard.
um. And I will soon be
Wow.
drawing the siren. Um, it's gonna be a little bit difficult. So I don't have my sketching tool, but
Yeah,
okay, we're just gonna freehand it because
that's what
that's what we gotta do.
I'm over here. I don't know if you can see my screen, but I'm just sketching on the whiteboard.
Oh, okay.
Do you
Yeah, I do see that now. It's
Oh,
fine. It's finally showing on stream. You know how the stream
yay!
delay is, so I won't see until 5 years later.
Yeah,
You're already doing it,
the
and I'm like,
delay is insane.
yeah. I mean, I get it though, because if something crazy happens and you need to end the stream, then it can just end the stream. It like doesn't go all the way up until whatever the heck kind of whatever nonsense happened on stream.
Yeah,
Usually,
I
I
mean
believe
they're
that's
probably
the
still.
that's the case.
um, I'd imagine because I believe pufferfish are like, or at least when they're cut the wrong way, like there's a
They're
Japanese,
poisonous.
yeah, like there's a Japanese way of like slicing them to where
Hmm.
like you can get like the little bit of sliver of the fish that is actually edible. And
Hmm.
to
Which is
me,
crazy.
I think like yeah, that's like you know rich folk always like to do some weird stuff like that. Sorry, I
Yeah, of course.
I'm a former pirate sailor, so I still got the salt on my tongue. You know, let's see. But yeah, I think if I imagine if he saw her doing it, he's all like, okay, let me try that. Like he'd need like
Hmm.
medical attention immediately. This ain't hitting like
I
I
love that.
thought it would.
Uh huh.
And yeah, I so the interview that I had earlier today, I was talking to like an Ethiopian person, and but they, oh my goodness, so they used AI, and I was to promote the thing, and I was all like, "Excuse me, don't ever do that." Like I only like stayed with the interview because I was all like, I need to let the world know how I stand, because if
Yeah.
there was a mistake where that creator felt like it was acceptable to run my stuff through like AI, I need
Yeah, that's
I
gross.
want the world to know I do not accept
Yeah, and be like,
this.
I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
like I I wanted to encourage a conversation. Like I wasn't
Yeah.
trying to be like crappy or anything. I was just like, okay, like I want y'all to know like everything that me and the Dive Town crew do, we do by hand. We're never going to resort to this stuff. So please don't ever promote anything that like, like
Yeah,
I
exactly.
probably miscommunicated like or didn't like express that enough, that I just don't
Hmm.
accept that. But it was good because I got to hear like why they believe like it's acceptable. I was all like, okay, so here in
You were like, I get that, but also don't ever do that again. Hello?
yeah, here in Georgia, we got people who have their whole areas, their whole towns, getting caught on fire because these people want to build their data centers, and I was just like, so
Exactly.
why use this stuff when it's taking out the funnest part of the job, like what you're doing, what I'm
Exactly.
doing. This is the fun part.
Exactly.
The creative stuff is inherently human, and is what I get out of the bed knowing that I'm gonna seek out more as much as food.
Hmm. For sure.
I
Um,
I always draw like when sees Serena, like she always has like a lot of respect for Serena because she wants to know what it's like to fly, you know? She
Yeah.
likes she's a
Oh, that is way
curious
too tall.
character, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
just because she likes to party doesn't mean that she's
Doesn't have any other inspirations.
yeah. That's
You can
that's not
party and still have
her whole
aspirations.
way of being. Yeah, it's just the
Exactly.
her reason for partying is because like the ocean is vast and like the mermaid community
Mm-hmm.
it's a very like responsible community and it's a very work oriented community and she doesn't fit in. She fits in more with the dolphins and the octopus and the orcas and all the creatures that she's supposed to be protecting because she doesn't see
Mm-hmm.
them as like something that needs to be protecting. She sees them as like equals, you know?
Yeah.
What's that chat looking like?
Chat is not much going on.
Okay.
I'll for sure.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
watching it, so you can, I'll let you know.
yeah.
Aquaman, Ryan sucks. Thank you for joining
Letting us
us.
know, yeah.
We appreciate you being here. And if you don't know, this is we. I am Dari, the producer and effects animator on Dive Town, which is a story about three group of fantastical beings. Mimi the mermaid, who's right here in the upper corner. Pete the pirate, who's smoking a pufferfish down here, and Serena the siren, who's down here looking very angrily. And they are once in their fantastical world and are thrown into a world. They are into a place called Dive Town, where they must now have to acclimate to the new world of a being just like you or I, where we have to pay rent and just exist in not the world of doubloons or smoking pufferfish. And we're just chilling, hanging out here, talking about Dive Town, talking about our experience on the project, and just doodling. And I will, if you guys have any requests or anything, please feel free to also either ask a question or if you want a request of anything, please feel free to ask it or request it.
Yeah, yeah. We're just we don't bite hard, you know. We just out here out here spreading the fun tale of just some three cool people who just want you know to be accepted in a world that was not built for them, you know.
Exactly. Do you want to talk about the different maybe psychological esque aspects of these characters, without maybe spoiling the story or whatnot, just like how the characters are together, how they interact as a team, or how, you know, different aspects of, who they are
Yeah, for
as a
sure.
trio.
So like the the three of these, right? Serena is uh is someone who is really passionate about singing and bringing pirates to their watery grave. In fact, her island is mostly, I would say, 80% built on wrecked pirate ships. It it was a very small island that she first found, but her alone created such havoc to different pirate ships throughout time, and like being really good at her job, that she built up like the Siren Bay that she resides on with her and her mama. She's a agent of chaos. She loves her job. You know, she loves to sing. You know, that's all she really wants to do. And sometimes hang out with her friend Mimi. You know, she's a bit of uh, she's not very trusting of a whole lot of people, and we'll find out later on like why she has some of these issues. And with Mimi's the party, the life of the party, you know, the star of the sea. She just, everybody knows who she is. Everybody loves to be around her. Uh, but she's the biggest disappointment to her family because she doesn't she doesn't want to follow fall in line and you know do what the rest of the mermaids tell her that she should do. Like, she believes that there's a bigger picture, and she she doesn't think that complete order is how things should be. And that's why she's fascinated by Serena, because Serena's the agent of chaos, and she's fascinated by Pete because like he's a well-meaning, good-hearted, very loyal character that but is also he, like he's loyal to like missions, even if that mission isn't doesn't help him, uh because he wants to be seen. You know, he wants to be seen as, you know, a good pirate. He wants to be the best pirate. um
Hmm.
how he goes about doing it, he's he doesn't realize that he's very much alien to a lot of this. We find out a lot, you know, but uh, it's going to be fun to see him like figure out like how to get to be that, or if he will ever be that anymore, because as we know, like he's found himself in a position where pirating in a land like we live in Divetown, it's going to be a lot more challenging, because
Hmm.
these laws of chaotic people, uh kind of, he doesn't understand them, just like he didn't understand the ways of the pirate. He he was he would have been a good pirate if people would have like, you know, really let him in more, but like he was an outcast from the beginning. Like
Yeah.
the person that Daria is drawing right now is Captain Dale. And Captain Dale, he's a very much a avarice type character, a very greedy uh, individual who only thinks about his best interest. he would sacrifice every pirate on his ship if he could get a large reward, if he could be in more control of over people. uh when he gets that power, it goes straight to his head. And we see in Divetown, the pilot, uh we see how he treats people who uh, disappoint him. We what we'll probably find out later is, um, there's a reason why he didn't launch him out of a cannon, or do something worse. Uh, but we'll have to wait and see what all happens, and if everybody makes it out all right. I don't want to give everything to you.
Exactly.
Was
Yeah,
that
that
a
was a good
good
description. Yeah, for sure.
psychological
That was a good.
rundown of all the characters?
Yeah, for sure. I think so. All the main, most immediate, effective, immediately kind of characters for sure.
Yeah, yeah. The background folks, they're going to be fun, but I don't want you to think too much of them right now. Just enjoy the journey. Like we're on this voyage all together. And we'll see how they turn out as well.
Yeah.
I
And I
mean,
think like just to go back to the characters, like I think I like Mimi so much because, she's like who I hope to aspire to be, which is like, very, very supportive, very just like curious and very, kind of the party person. Like she's kind of like not necessarily like my alter ego, but like, she just has certain characteristics. I'm like, dang, I wish I was, I want a little bit of Mimi
yeah,
in my personality.
yeah. I think everybody has the like a good possibility to be a Mimi one day. Like she is a fun character. Like all the characters that were created, they have a little sprinkle of things that I see in people on an everyday basis. And
Hmm.
I I think I can relate a lot with uh, Pete's well-intentioned uh, attitude. Like I have a hard time deciding uh, who who I admire the most, because they all have such strong suits. Like
Hmm.
I I wish I was as good at animating as Serena is at singing, you know,
Hmm.
and yeah, yeah, that's that. Yeah, I think that's a solid response. See, like you're a very awesome person, and you know,
Thanks.
I think that's a good idea. Yeah, yeah.
Also, don't forget to tap your screen on your end so the thing doesn't time out
On
every so often on the magma.
Oh, is it doing
Just
the?
that, no, just I'm just to warn just in case it decides to be mean to us,
Yeah,
but it's fine for now.
this is the plan B on the Magma. The plan A was to just display it through the browser, but the browser's not browsing. So
Yeah, so you just gotta click it whenever.
yeah, I to take some crash courses on like getting better at like live streaming. It's a
Yeah,
it's
but
a
we're
fun.
doing as best as we can. I think for not having really much information, we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, like we just jumped right in, and I think I think we're doing solid work as well. I'm gonna.
Right now I'm drawing the helmsman. It's one of the side characters, and obviously or if people aren't aware, helmsman is guy who helms at the ship and steers, or helms at the front of the ship and steers them into the correct direction.
Yeah, yeah, and this one, he's he got his job by uh, by the luck of, or in his case, not so luck of the draw. And again, if you watch the Dive Town, you'll see what I'm talking about. And when you do wind up getting in there on that video, tell us what your favorite part of Dive Town is. Like give us,
Yeah, favorite scene,
yeah,
favorite
favorite
whatever, favorite
character,
character.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, because like the
Sure.
episode two is I didn't mean to make it double the size of episode one, but who knows? We'll see what like we're gonna see how it goes. Uh, I'm afraid to click on the Discord to look at like what the next thing is.
Here, I
Or
can
or has
I
that
can
been what
share
you've been
some
doing this
topics.
entire time? Because like,
I've been looking at the list the entire time and about what we're talking about for sure.
yeah, hell
I
yeah,
got it on my end.
look at
So,
that! Wow, like
and
you,
also because you're streaming from your computer, so you can probably look at your Discord from your phone.
would you look
Or
at
if you have your phone.
that's why you're the producer. Like is the brilliance. I cause just like not even thinking.
It's been a day,
It
we're
has been. It
we're
has
we're
been.
doing this still despite it being a day.
Oh,
you know.
I know this is kind of random, but it's still about like independent animation. Uh, did you hear that? Like, for a moment, YouTube called, like, said that the Amazing Digital Circus was for kids.
Really? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Who'd have thought?
When I got on the IG to make the post that we were going to do this today, that was the first thing that I saw, and I just thought that was hilarious because, like,
Yeah, that's laughable, truly, especially with
yeah,
how like dark you could be. It's
yeah,
like,
there's
huh?
a lot of
For
dark
kids,
humor
really?
there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right. Um, did we as far as like the we went over the character inspirations, yeah, or no?
I don't think we did. So if you want to go about talking about that, you can.
Yeah, yeah, I think I can. So the like I mentioned earlier, like I like to sprinkle a lot of the people I've met in my life into the different characters, uh, and like there are some characters who uh, you know I even if I don't know like a person that is like that, like M- Mimi is like the spirit of freedom, basically. like,
Yeah.
so and like that being said, like I felt like it was important that she was the character that holds the everyone that she knows in her life together, like all of her friends
Hmm.
and everything, even the aquatic creatures, and like in a way, like her not doing any of the assigned tasks that like the mermaids tell her to do, like she's still serving a purpose because it's the wild purpose, the purpose of nature. Like she's an embodiment
Hmm.
of like the chaotic fury of nature. And even though like she's not like a very, she can get dark, and we will see elements of her darker side too. But
Hmm.
like a lot of the inspiration for the three of them was like essentially how I thought like these characters would feel in this, like in this world, like is how I developed the first three. And how I developed the first three, their character created the rest of the world. So they were the seed of everything else. Because
Hmm.
I'm when I write, I write to focus on the character. Because if the
Hmm.
story isn't in service of the character, I'm bored with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
I follow you.
So it's kind of like, and it's also kind of like Three's Company, but like with nautical creatures. that's
Hmm.
that's a simple answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got this
Um,
sketchbook that has some of the character designs.
you want to share that, or
Yeah,
do you? Yeah, let me know.
like I may or may not mention like like what their relation to anybody is yet, because I want that to be a surprise. Hold on. I think
Yeah.
it's upside down. So, I mean, not everything like characters for Dive Town, but there are some, and I'll stop and like linger on them. Uh, so far, it's just character studies, character design, concepts. Like if I get like any kind of like idea, I just put it on a piece of paper, and if it resonates, cool. If not, then it's just there.
Hmm.
You gotta get the venom out, and the venom is the bad ideas. You gotta get them out on the page before you can get the good
Yeah, but
ideas.
there's no true bad ideas. There's just
Yeah,
different ideas, and then
yeah, different.
there's the best, and there's the not the best, or your favorites and not your favorites. So
Yeah,
yeah, but I get what you mean. You get the sentiment for sure.
yeah. This character and these characters, they're from another thing that I did, Earthly Comforts. That was I got some artwork for that, and more Earthly Comfort stuff, and then gesture like ideations and different stuff. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
these are concept ideas that I had of if there were like different nautical creatures. Uh, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
just
You might need to lift
ideas.
the page up a little bit higher for the screen.
Can you see it now?
Hold on. It needs to be. I'm still waiting for the delay to leave.
Okay.
So give me a second, or for it to catch up on stream.
Just let me
Yeah, that's high enough.
know.
That's good.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep, that's good.
Like these are just like different character ideas for like uh just random person on a horse. Ned Flanders as the Wolf Man. He says, "Howly diddly do, neighbor." He's a werewolf, and werewolves howl.
Hmm.
Now I was in a animal phase right here. Doing some stuff with the doggy and the horse and the random hawk in the background picking up a snake. I was thinking like, what the hell? Okay, now can you see? This is drawn in pencils, but so I'm wondering if you can see.
I'm trying to check it out now. It's a little bit faint. You might need to just put it like as close as the camera, as you feel like kind of just in front of
Yeah,
your face, kind of closer, and just talk behind it, kind of thing, because
yeah.
it's
Just
a
let
little
me
bit faint,
know.
especially since or also maybe make your camera a little bit bigger as well. Since I'm on the right side of the screen, you can probably take
Well,
out some of that
I
space a
may
little bit
have to
too.
interrupt your drawing, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's fine.
see if this works first. Can you see it?
Are you holding the thing closer to the camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. I can see it clearly. And people in the chat, if you uh also want to confirm that you can see it, feel free to.
Yeah. Um.
But yeah, I can see it on my side, so for sure
Yeah.
you can
This
continue
is.
to talk about everything.
I I don't have a name for this character yet, but this character essentially is like a legendary pirate. Uh, she is like like a pirate that like has several like a fleet of pirate ships. She's a very powerful person. Even Captain Dale is kind of afraid of her because like her flag means death type of person.
Hmm.
She don't take no prisoners. And like she's like the most successful pirate. Uh, but like no one knows like if she's real or if she's legendary because like pirates they're not always always hanging out with each other. You know what I mean? Like in
Yeah.
this world, the pirates are small groups of people who stick to their ship and very rarely see life outside of their ship. So
Mm-hmm.
when someone like, I mean, there are little gathering areas for pirates, but you know, sometimes if you're the most powerful pirate, if you're the most legendary pirate, you know, you you are seen when you want to be seen, type of
Exactly. Yeah.
deal. And so she doesn't need to network with the rest of the pirates. She doesn't need to spend time with the rest of the pirates. She's got a
Yeah.
lot of people in her circle, and they're very like high up there as well. And this person, I'm excited to go into further depth when we get to that point on her
Mm-hmm.
character, because I think she's one of my favorite, aside from another character that we're about to come up on that I'm excited to show people.
Mm-hmm.
I obviously need to ink this. Sometimes it's just straight random sketches. So this was a concept drawing before we came up with what we did. Larry had a hat and everything.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I know it's a little challenging to see, but this was me like going over like how the shot would look like on a sketch. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to see that would it work to have him like look like this like, and as we had everything kind of like done differently than the pipeline usually goes, for at least the pilot was done different, you know. But I took the time while I was like creating the shots to also like create how these characters look, which
Mm-hmm.
as folks knows, uh, on through internet land, that's not how you do it. It's not
Mm-hmm.
how you do it. You are doing it incorrectly when you do it this way. But uh,
Yeah, but we learned our lesson, and then we're gonna for sure make sure to adjust next time around
yeah,
for episode 2.
and I love how Dari like gave these characters like solid, you know, design, because this this is a sketch of one of the shots in the film or in the pilot. You can tell that even crew member number one looks completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the the thumbnails and the storyboard started out in this sketchbook first, uh, and you know, that's all of my ideas start out like through my sketching process. Um, Everybody has different reasons why they sketch. Some people make a whole art career out of making like super polished sketches. I don't think that'll ever be me. uh,
Yeah,
just cause like it's how I work through how I want things to look. I'll
I
try
get you.
different camera angles. I mean, this doesn't have a whole lot of the different camera angles, but these are inked in. Just Admiral Nastay is just like the first character that I really learned how to stay drawing on model. So
Hmm.
he became one of my favorite characters to draw because I was all like, oh, I can finally do it. Okay, so uh,
Want me to step in and yap for a bit?
if you like, yeah,
Yeah. Let me. We can probably talk about some of the my favorite parts of the project. I went over it a little bit yesterday, but I don't know if not everybody was probably here yesterday, so I'll go over it again. Just semi brief slash somewhat detailed. It'll likely become detailed
yeah,
esque um version of explanation. Um, but I think my favorite part was just getting to discover the different like effects and how they would animate in the project and how I could go about making sure that everything was, in the style of what we wanted for Dive Town because it's
yeah,
not what's it's obviously more on the cartoony side, kind of on the you know, very much so like uh Adult Swim-esque kind of vibe that we're trying to go for, where there's kind of limited animation, yet the effects sometimes can be very detailed in some ways, or just the overall simplistic style of the effects is not super detailed or super realistic.
yeah,
Um, and I really enjoyed like experimenting or doing research for effects and just in general has always just been one of my favorite things to do on any project. So it was always just interesting to to talk about it, talk through it, and also just be able to actually, animate it. Like that was always just my favorite part of the process, and I'll always love doing effects as a main like animator of doing effects, and uh, yeah, and I think also maybe the worst, or not necessarily the worst, but the least favorite part on the other side of of parts of the production or parts of just film, just animation process in general.
mm-hmm.
I think uh like it all depends. It's like different between each individual production, what, the best part and what the least part is.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's like an across the board necessarily like least enjoyable part. But I guess for specifically this production, if I had to name anything, and it's like you need the organization, you need the, putting everything in correct folders, you need to put everything like reaching out to people. Like that was probably not really, because you're kind of in like you want to be good at communicating with other people and other artists. So it wasn't like that was necessarily like a burden, so to say.
yeah,
But with regard to like, all the other fun stuff of being able to animate, I think that would be probably the least fun thing.
yeah,
Was,
because you're like
just having to make
stepping,
sure
yeah, like you're stepping out of your
everything.
comfort zone. Yeah,
Yeah, and like asking people like, "Hey, where's your stuff?" or "Hey, like, can we get an update on this?" And so it's just, it's a different realm of things. Um, but I think this is a very much project worthwhile, and if you haven't seen it already, for sure go and check out the pilot and let us know what you think, either in the comments over there or come back here and let us know, or have any questions, or if you have any things that you want to talk about with regard to it, then we're here to answer all that stuff, since we're here live, and we're just yapping about Dive Town, yapping about our experience, and we love to talk to y'all and be able to hear your feedback on what you guys thought about it.
Oh yeah, yeah, and like I I knew that like you have always been like a very effective communicator. Like when we worked on projects like in school and stuff, and when when I saw your work on like Have You Eaten and Electro Wasp and uh, what was some of the other stuff that
Shadows Glow.
Shadows Glow, like it incredible stuff, like, and I knew I would not have been able to tell a story, an effective story with pirates involving the ocean and storms and stuff, without having not only like such an effective communicator, but like such an amazing like effects artist, like, and like I'm always just amazed at the stuff that like you can create. I tried some of that stuff, like, and I understand that character work is really the what I like, and I know that like you have a passion for FX, so like I I don't think this would have been able to been as uh like well rendered and well developed without you being the producer and effects animator. So yeah, it's been incredible.
Yeah, like it takes a whole kind of a village to make something work. Like
Yeah,
you can't just expect things to kind of pan out just because you really want it too bad. Like you have to have the people behind you to kind of help support you on it. And I'm glad I was invited on to help out along with the other artists
yeah.
that came along with us.
We had a small team, but it was mainly just friends, and I think that's such a cool story, like just a bunch of ragtag misfits from SCAD
Yeah,
uh, who decided they wanted to make something, even though we couldn't find jobs at the time, because like the
yeah,
the
because
the slop economy is here.
for sure. I don't remember how to draw his hat from the side.
Oh,
Just is about to have like a do rag
Dale's.
or something,
Are
huh?
you talking about Dale, or are you talking about
The captain. I'm just gonna draw him with like a little, like kind of a like a crewmate's little, little whatever you call it,
Yeah, I
like thing on his head.
I'm trying, because like you have the turnaround somewhere here in
Yeah,
this
I don't
this
have I don't have the turnaround like right on me right now because I'm doing
no,
everything from
no.
my iPad.
I'm and I guess it probably wouldn't help you very much, like, let's see.
Well, actually, I can probably go to the um
Yeah, because
server
the
and
website it is
yeah,
still going to be here. Uh, oh, okay. So it was like a swoop. got
It was
kind
a
of,
swoop.
yeah, it's like a basically like a it's hard for me to like,
Ah, here I found it. I see.
yeah,
Took me 18
like,
years. Oh
yeah,
yeah, it was just like a
like a
more
swoop.
so Latin. Yeah,
Yeah,
like a swoop.
yeah.
Let's see, I'm have to draw it like kind of a little bit backwards because there we go. The skull. Glenn, if there's any new people in here, appreciate your being here. I am the producer of uh of Town and also the main effects artist who was doing effects for our effects lead that was doing the effects for the production as well. I'm joined by the director, Justin.
Oh,
Um, and Town is a uh, pilot about three friends in a fantastical world who are out of that world and into a place called Divetown. And the characters consist of Pete the Pirate, Serena the Siren, and Mimi the Mermaid, where they all have to pay rent and get into just learning how to exist in this foreign world that they're in. And we're over here just, talking about Dive Town, talking about our experience on Dive Town or as animators slash artists in general. And we're glad that you're here.
hell yeah. And I I'm currently I'm
That's
looking
what it
at
is.
the so far we have 189 people who've seen Divetown so far, and
It's great.
yeah, I'm happy with it. You know,
For sure.
just like I definitely encourage people if you want if you would like to watch it, leave a comment. Like do the YouTube things because they really do go a long way. Like I cannot.
For sure.
Oh wow! And there's 4 people watching right now. Are we a celebrity? Is this
Yes, we
celebrity?
are. hmm
That's
this is the big life.
is this famous? You know, so yeah, so like the laptop is running the art. Oh no, hold on, it's loading. Let me see if I can refresh the page. Actually, I'm gonna go to OBS.
Eh,
I'm gonna OBS see if it's a black
okay.
screen over there.
I think it's loaded, but um, we'll find out shortly here.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get it right. We can see dope. Oh, nice. What were some of the
That
inspiration?
was that was from
Oh,
earlier
that was
from they could
earlier.
see the yep,
Oh,
that was from the when you were showing off the character designs and whatnot
very cool. Very
for your
cool.
sketches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we're
Sorry. For whatever reason, my brain was like, okay, cool, that's just confirmation they could see it, but I should have let you know as well. So my
yeah.
bad on
No, you're good.
not
Like
informing you about that. But yeah.
okay, nice. Yeah, we got like 4 people watching. That's big stepper moves right there. Okay,
We got 6 people watching.
even better. I'm gonna
It just
try
updated to
refreshing
6.
to see if that'll fix it. Um,
Okay. They probably will, hopefully. I've had to refresh on my end 1,000 times, but
Yeah.
that's because I think I'm just clicking on the stream a lot, and it's like, whoa, you left the page, and I'm like, no, I haven't. But
Yeah, we're right here. We ain't going nowhere. Yeah. So the reason why we got the setup how we got it is because Dari wants to draw the characters for you, and I want to show you what I got in my sketch. Also, like this laptop, not the business for doing the sketches, especially uh, for whatever reason, it's magma is not acting right on my end. I'm gonna try.
Mhm.
I'm gonna exit out, right, and I'm gonna
Yeah, and
re.
also, I'm so sorry. We did miss someone asking, what are some of the visual inspirations on the pilot's visual style by someone really, really earlier that I guess maybe just slipped through the cracks, and I apologize for that. But
Who knows?
whenever you
Maybe
get the
they're still
chance,
here. Uh, I would
yeah.
say.
So if they're still here, we'll answer the question.
I would say. I I love stop motion and I love 2D. The character designs, they're uh, I would say they're along the lines of like Adult Swim type characters, like Family Guy for sure, with Pete's like ball eyes, and but like I wanted something alien, something wild, something different for Serena and for um, Mimi, uh, and I wanted Mimi to have like bigger eyes and mouth because she lives in the water. She's like a fish, so that like just to emphasize the living in the water thing. Um, but and like I think it looks cute. It's a cute look.
Hmm.
You know, and I always try to like evolve what I see on television and try to do something my own way, our own way, and this is how we came about it. Um, and the I'm not familiar with the whole series of Good Omen, but I liked how they had uh, like the angel and devil a little sequence in the start of the show where their paper puppets cut out. I thought that was really cool,
Hmm.
and sorry, I got sidetracked because I need to get the link. I probably need to not not be displaying everything. So I'm gonna cut that off, cut the display off just for right now. It's like
It's now showing the Discord.
yeah,
Oh, there we go.
yeah. It takes a little bit of time. I am going to Discord now without showing the whole world everything.
Hmm.
And I'm going to scroll up to get the magma wink again.
So I think that was all of your answer, right, Justin?
Uh, that
Um, or was there more?
and Amazing World of Gumball really like blew my brain out with how they were able to use multimedia like and I would I'm happy with where we're at with 2D and stop motion. Uh, would I be against adding 3D elements if I can figure out how to, or we can hire people that do 3D? I wouldn't be against it.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
We know, or I know some people that know how to do 3D, so I would for sure invite them or offer them the opportunity to be able to share their stuff if they want it to.
yeah, I think that would be kick ass. I think that slides right. The A double S. That should be good. We're waiting for the loading screen and then I'll show it again.
Yep.
All right. Let me get back to the OBS. Yeah, but that was the full answer. Sorry it took me a little bit longer
No,
to get you
you're multitasking. You're good. I was just trying
that.
to,
I can't walk and
help
chew
you out a
gum
little
at the
bit.
same time. Okay, you're
Was
back to
just
drawing again.
trying to help you out a little bit.
Now we can see where you're drawing again.
Hooray.
By the way, let's check in on our Kickstarter.
Yes, we haven't talked about it yet, or if you were unaware, we have a Kickstarter
Yeah,
to help support the fellow artists who help this project become a thing. And if you'd like to donate whatever you can donate at this moment, it's in the description of this live video. You can go there and see the different bundles we have as rewards for, you supporting us here
yeah, and it's a
for this
limited
project.
edition. Like you won't.
For
People
sure.
can be all like, "Oh, you can just go on." No, you can't. Unless you wind up wanting to sell your stickers secondhand. But like, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? Ooh,
Hmm.
we're at 9 backers. We're 736 or 737. That's incredible. Uh, can I list off the all the awesome people who have donated so far?
Yeah, feel free.
All right.
Feel
You know,
free.
I didn't want to interrupt you if you had other cool messages to send. Everybody, a
Nope,
big
you're good.
shout out to Sarah O, Adam, uh, Adam, Jason Crane, Diana, Diana Manga, The Moon Odyssey, which is another great indie project you should check out. After you get done watching ours, of course. Um, Axel Khaleesi, Jen Tracy, uh, excuse me, Ho Chang, and Dark Gate Games. Thank y'all all so much for contributing, being a part of this incredible adventure. We're at day, I believe it it ends on the second. We're That's why we're out here. We're doing our thing. Dari's got a busy day ahead, and she decided to come in and rock and roll with us. So uh, we're very grateful for Dari and for y'all to come and join our live. You know, hell yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys for being here.
And I'm gonna yeah. So the reason why I'm showing y'all my sketchbook is because there's little Easter eggs in here. You might be able to film theory it later. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, just an FYI, the stream did remain staying on the YouTube. So
Oh,
I would maybe make sure that's actually return it to enlisted because I saw there was the test there and there was also yesterday's stream, which isn't a bad thing, but um
what do you
we can
mean?
keep it up for a little bit, but just depending
Oh, what
on what you
happened?
feel about it.
What happened?
The stream from yesterday, like the video from the stream, is still up.
Oh, do you want me? We can take it down.
No, we can leave it. I just wanted to let you know because you said it was going to be potentially unlisted eventually or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
But I just wanted
I
to let
don't
you know.
know if the settings send it straight to listed, but I put the test one away. So
Okay, I would double check that because I did see it when I saw the other one. But
yeah.
um,
Oh, the other one. Hold on, let me see. There should only be two. We're gonna check it now. All right, we got the one, the big one that we did yesterday. Now, after we get done doing this one's gonna be the big one. Uh, I'm not see. Let me click on the live specific. Uh, yeah, it just shows on my um like dashboard for like the analytic thing. It just shows the only ones that are public are the Dive Town one we did fully yesterday, the 4 hour one, and the day two live broadcast.
okay, yeah, I think you would probably gotten it by then, but I think maybe I just need to refresh my page. But okay,
Well, yeah, if it's still showing it on there,
I don't. No, I don't see it anymore. I think you got it earlier,
okay, yeah, well, yeah,
so it's good.
yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, what are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, so I'm gonna get back to like, obviously, like, we're probably giving you a lot of stuff to watch right now. Uh, you know, I'm I'm enjoying watching Dari do her thing on here. But I'm also trying to help her not feel like she's doing like the only one doing stuff out here. So
You're talking a lot, you're doing stuff.
yeah,
Don't you know?
yeah,
That's why I was like, after a bit, I was like, hey, you want me to, start yapping too? And
yeah,
so,
yeah. Like
no biggie. I just have trouble sometimes multitasking, but I'm doing my best over here
I
to
think
yap.
we're
And I mean, I can just normal yap and
yeah,
talk, but like when I'm trying to think about certain things to say about like the project or like the certain questions stuff, related stuff, it's a little bit different.
yeah.
Um, but yeah. Um, if you guys have any questions or requests, um, just let us know. It's so much better.
Is there anything that you're thinking of?
Uh, not really in particular, but I can think about it for a moment,
Yeah,
aka refer to our thing.
yeah.
Um,
Give
okay.
give people time to process what we're saying.
So I'm going to talk about a little bit about like the character design. So Justin had designed the original like how the characters were first like in their like their first overall like design, their color design and whatnot, and I went in and made their character turnarounds and made sure they all had like solidified shapes and whatnot. And they're all really fun to like have different to like try to include all the different quirks because as you can see in like the character Bibi I'm drawing here, she has very unique eyes and how they kind of like go off her head, but it's still very cartoony. Um, and doesn't really abide to like normal eyes, but like it's not supposed to always, always make sense, and that's not how things work all the time. So it's she's very like the most unique character I would say out of the trio. Um, then we have uh Serena, she was very uh interesting to try to just understand how her wings would work since I was not really too familiar with like getting to know how characters uh wingspans or whatever worked, and so just getting to understand how her overall anatomy as a siren, as a very old-timey or I guess original siren that has wings, how her wings would like move. And I made like a character sheet where it was like just her wings and kind of how they move and whatnot. And I think that hopefully helped in the animation process, which she really didn't fly around too much, thankfully. But when she did, uh, that probably helped a little bit with the people who were animating and had her to needed to know like the different aspects of how her wings moved. There's also like Pete was probably the easiest since he's just mostly human minus his crab claw, which was not really anything too crazy to try and like get right since it's just a crab claw. And he really didn't have any two other defining features that um would make it difficult in order to keep him on model or to make his character turn around any difficult. And I also made like some smaller turnarounds for some of the background characters in the Dive Town uh pilot or from the Dive Town pilot by doing just like the front view, the side view, and then like a quarter view instead of doing a full on turnaround, which if you are unaware of the animation industry standard, you usually do an A pose of a character from the front profile, three quarters, side, back three quarters, and then fully back, and then another back three quarters, and then the other side. But mostly just, you don't have to do that total since you can just flip those. So it's mostly just it ends on the back for the most part. Um, so you just have like, all different angles of these characters so that the animators, like myself or whoever was animating, could know like what would the character look at this perspective or this perspective. And like in more in-depth character turnarounds or character sheets, sometimes you'll have like different aspects of how the characters like how their head turns, if they are going to be like having any kind of like super dynamic poses, and so you have like a head sheet of how their head would move in a certain perspective if they're doing like dynamic things. But like thankfully in for Dive Town, or I guess just how it worked out, there really wasn't too many crazy angles that we saw the characters from. So we didn't really need all of that to have all the extra character related uh turnaround sheets. Um but that was a really fun little process to be able to take what Justin had given me with regard to their original designs and to make character turnarounds for them and make sure that like start with like basic geometric shapes to kind of just figure out like the body of like the torso, like little cylindrical shapes for like the arm, and point out the different hands and just make sure they were all like in the same world. So they're making sure like things like their fingers, which really isn't like a super seeing an example right like here, but you can kind of see it here in the drawing I did of Mimi where she's kind of like sleeping, how her hand is a little bit like like curved at the tip, kind of pointed, curved. One moment, let me go to the sketch layer and kind of exemplify what I'm talking about. So the thumbs were very like, just thumb-like, and then the hand itself or fingers themselves were more so a little bit pointed. Um, and then another aspect of them was that they were all around the same length. Um, and so there wasn't too much diversity there. And so this would just help with the overall to make sure every character was on model and make sure that they were, you can look at these characters' hands or look at the different features and see if they were all from the same universe. And another aspect of them being like these characters from all the same world, aside from Mimi, all these characters have really like tiny eyes, like Pete, like the captain and like Serena, where their eyes are kind of just like dot eyes, um, in the sphere of their eyeballs. Um, and even with regard to like just their shape language that wasn't like too exaggerated and was kind of like semi-realistic, since like in shows like such as Family Guy, you have some aspects of exaggeration, but for the most part it was like, semi-proportional. But then we have characters like the captain, and I haven't drawn captain in the full-on character design, so it's kind of hard to tell, but like he's more of a bulkier character. If I could just kind of draw like a brief kind of like what his full body looks like if you haven't seen the pilot. He's very bulky, and then he has like very short legs. Because we wanted him to kind of, resemble kind of like an ape-esque kind of uh like
Like a bully
characteristic to
gorilla.
him. Yeah, like a gorilla. Gorilla was more so. And so this is kind of how we had designed specifically, say, the captain. Um, his little captain hat right there. And and then the rest of the characters kind of had just like, normal-esque or normal-ish features, minus maybe having in some instances longer legs or smaller features like smaller feet. Like for Pete, for example, he had a fairly normal body overall, but like his feet, or rather his peg leg, was just super thin on one side. Just a moment while I kind of illustrate that out to kind of show you guys what I mean. This is generally what he looks like, and then he has like a very like small little foot. Um, Even though it might not look super proportional to like his baggy pants or his hands and arms. Um, but otherwise, he was fairly proportional, as were the rest of the characters in the film. But there's instances where we kind of diverge from that aspect, as you'll see in the pilot if you haven't seen it already. Um, but yeah, it was really great to be able to design these different characters and like to see them like come to life on the screen in a way, in both the actual show or in the first episode of the pilot, and just to see them in colored version of just them being on screen. So that was just a really interesting aspect of the production.
Yeah. Also, fun fact: the mustache on Captain Dale is
Hmm.
overgrown nose hair.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's a crazy fact. But like, hey, who's to judge? Who am I to judge Captain Dale? I mean, he might see this. He might join the live and get angry at us.
Yeah.
if he were real, he'd be very mighty upset that I'm judging him. But that's crazy. He needs to trim his nose hairs because that's
Yeah,
kind of gross.
could very
Like
much.
it's supposed to be a mustache. It's not supposed to be a. And it's weird because it functions like a mustache. If you go look watch the
It
film, it
does.
functions like a mustache. But actually, now that you look at it, it is coming out of his nose. It
It
is
is,
very
yeah.
much coming right out of his where his nostril
Right,
holes would be.
yeah.
So
Can
so
confirm.
I see it now. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I like he's 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 so focused on his greed that like he lets his unibrow grow out, he lets his nose hair grow out. You know, like if he could grow fingernails, his fingernails would grow out. Like I just didn't want
Hmm.
multiple clawed characters.
Hmm. Exactly. I
And
get that.
like I literally met someone who I thought had a mustache while I was in the Navy. And I got closer and I almost gagged. They that
Because it was just
that's
their nose hairs.
that's based off of a real human design. Like
That's crazy.
yeah,
Yeah, and see,
yeah.
that's another little inspiration element. It's like, hey, I saw this guy once,
Yeah, he was like, cause I
and
was just like a junior, like E nothing in the Navy, and this guy was giving me a hard time, and he was like a second class. What I eventually left the Navy as like a CS2, he was a CS2. And I looked closer, and I was like, oh, I couldn't react, like, cause this guy's talking to me but I wanted to hurl. It was horrible.
it's absolutely crazy.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was all like, I definitely want to see that on like, I want to see that on a character. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and like the I like the exaggerations. Like I always want to keep the exaggerations going. And I noticed this is a happy accident, I believe, um, that all the people who have color irises are from are from the whimsy ocean. The whimsical world of the enchanted isles, the ocean that they live in.
Hmm.
Like Mimi has purple irises. Serena has like a sea green, like greenish blue, like,
Hmm.
and the only one out of the three, or out of everybody, well,
Out of the trio.
out of the trio, is Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's it's an interesting little fact.
yeah,
Didn't know, now you know.
yeah,
It's all for you special people here watching the live.
yeah,
Because I don't know how long we probably will keep up this live, but like, if you've gotten this far, if this is like watching a playback and you've gotten this far in the live, then you get the secret, you get the special,
yeah. This,
not many people know about secret because we're about 2 hours in, right? How
yeah.
we started around like 4:30, or no, we started at like
Well,
4.
it was
Um,
a secret that I think I alluded to yesterday when you were all like, so like what's a little secret uh, that you wanna tell
oh,
me?
right, right.
So like I
Well, this is
alluded a
part
little
two.
bit to it, and if
Yeah,
I'm
this is the
ever
part
too
2.
vague about something, like I'm always when I
Yeah,
talk
I'm glad we
about this,
got to that.
I'm like, I'm gonna be vague at first, and then when I know it's like it's safe to talk about, then I'm ready to dump it all over.
Hmm. By the way, if those are wondering, they're watching, wondering who I'm drawing
Who's
my
the
little
iconic character?
PNG Sona. It's not one of the characters, but it is my PNG Sona for the film.
Yeah,
Or
it's
on
a
the Instagram specifically.
it's a real life
Um,
human character.
and so it's in the style of the film, but it's a little Sona of what I created to be able to make PNG little content with regards to really mostly the weekly Wednesdays based things is the main ones I have it referenced in or
Yeah,
included in, but I also did it in our little April Fools, the pilots up kind of thing. So we released our pilot on April Fools, and so did other people. Other people not necessarily released their pilot, but just released their stuff also on April Fools. So
okay, yeah,
don't know how many people saw our release, but lots of people clearly went and watched it, which we're very thankful of. For those who were, the day oneers, people that got to see it, um, very thankful for those people.
yeah,
And so she's featured in that, and mostly just, on she'll probably be what I use moving forward. And I'll probably try to make her into an actual PNG tuber, but she is very much in the works of becoming an official one due to just the timing of everything. We've been kind of just on high mode of a treadmill, trying to just make sure we get to certain deadlines, make sure we get things out so we can keep the both the socials alive and be able to, manage everything.
yeah.
But she was very fun to make because I did different like iterations. And if people aren't familiar with like character design, there's various different ways to do character design, but the way that I was taught in college was, um, or one of the ways rather, was to draw a silhouette just of like, because you really want to have a character that has a really interesting silhouette. And maybe I'll share this eventually on our Instagram page. But uh, in order to go about making a character design or a character, specifically in animation or in 2D animation in general, you want to start out with having a very flamboyant, or not really flamboyant, just like a very recognizable, rather,
Yeah,
silhouette of a character, and you want it to be like, oh, that's so and so. Like, when you think of different cartoon 2D characters, think of Donald Duck or Daffy Duck or Bugs Bunny. Like, they have very like distinct or very recognizable character designs that you can look at them in like a lineup and be like, yep, that's Daffy Duck, yep, that's Donald Duck, because of their distinct silhouette of features. And there's a lot of other characters who have been in the either television sphere of 2D animation or in movies that have very unique character design silhouettes that you could recognize in like a lineup of different characters and could name out or call out. And so I started there and tried to create just like different dynamics of different character shapes for my character, creating like, seeing what areas I can accentuate, because there obviously are instances of characters in Dive Town that are on the normal side of being very proportional to the rest of their body, or they have different exaggerated features to them.
yeah.
And
Like
so I,
teeny tiny
looked over the
feet.
different character designs, um, and got to just, figure out what kind of character elements that I wanted to include in my character. And then I went into like, doing sketches once I figured out which silhouettes worked, and doing like more so like actual, like figuring out like what the outfit would be. And like, it was kind of basic, just a t-shirt and some pants and nothing too crazy, but I am very basic and just wear, t-shirt, long sleeve shirt. I'm not super in tune with the stylish side of myself yet, so I just, wear clothes kind of aesthetic. So, like clothes are clothes in my mind. I don't really have a need for styling them too often, except for on, special occasions where like, I need to wear a dress with like a specific coat. And that'll be like, the extent of when I, will quote unquote become stylish or, think of different stylish elements to things. Um, but I digress on that. So I just, went to doing little sketches of, trying to find like what kind of eye shape do I want? What kind of mouth shape do I want? What kind of like just exploring these very different features. And I came up with the one I have currently. Um, that you can see both here and on our Instagram, which is also in the description if you want to check us out on there. Um, and yeah, that was also a very interesting part of the process. It was after production that I created her. It was like during us doing even any most Instagram things where we figured out that, oh, reels are most, you know, they're most what do you say? Like what do you call it? Like popular, I guess, through most platforms
Yeah.
now. So
They
um
push reels on IG more than they do like the carousels and more than they do with the static images.
yeah, exactly. So I knew I had to like, be able to feature, not just do a voiceover and try to have some visualness or some visual aspect of like, representation of myself. And so I did that since, the director, as he's, currently sharing his screen and sharing his face, he's, more comfortable with that. And I'm more comfortable with just having little PNG tuber. Um, and maybe eventually I'll be comfortable with showing my face and sharing, myself to the internet that way. But for now, a little PNG tuber is the route I'm deciding to go. And it was a really fun little journey to be able to experiment and work on.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and it really helped out like cuz uh there was a point where like work got really bad like between promoting the dive town and promoting like getting doing all the social media stuff. Like there was a point where I started getting overwhelmed. So like Dari coming through with like the compromise of being able to do the um the PNG version of herself, like that came in clutch, and it also still shows off like her incredible art style and like the fact that she has like the ability to make her PNG in the world of Dive Town. I think it's really cool, and it really saved our our heinies so many times when it came to like promoting this.
Last minute posts and whatnot, like being able to just kind of put like my little PNG tuber and a cap cut and being able to throw something together that way.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, and yeah, like there's oof, it because I don't think either one of us was like experienced at like running a social media thing, and what like
Yeah.
people don't want to tell you like out here is like it's not it's not good enough just to graduate from like an art school. Like if you go to art school, okay, if that's fine, but like you're competing with a whole industry of people who a lot of them didn't have to. So they met the people and they got on social media. They leverage social media, and that it's also like a skill we're learning in real time.
Yeah, every day, to be honest. And even this is like, a learning curve for both of us and just trying to make sure that we're doing all the things.
Yeah.
Um, we have 2 minutes till 6. Do you want to maybe put on a 15-minute break for a bit so we can have
Yeah.
a breather and regroup real quick?
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna.
You want to try and open? I think because you have the browser open, can you open the browser and maybe just find like just royalty-free chill music? Because I think that'll be probably the easiest for now. And then later we can get into specifics of finding music specifically for, that
Yeah.
are pirate-esque.
Will you let me know if I've overlooked any comments while I'm doing this?
Yeah, for sure. I don't see anything. I'm gonna double check, refresh the page since there's tons of other things, but no, we have um we're caught up on any questions or comments for now.
Okay, cool.
We appreciate you guys that are here and are sticking around, and we're about to take our 15-minute break if you just got here. But we will be back in around 6:15-ish after we put on some music here.
Royalty free minus AI lo-fi. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the video that I was telling you about yesterday, the one in the middle.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I must have watched it on like the my casual watching app because I'm all like, I know I watched that.
Hmm. I'm gonna message you in a second here on before we depart, and then just send a quick message to you.
Okay. I meant to turn off my camera. Okay. Y'all can still hear me. You just can't see me.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, Nina just built an app.
Impossible.
Nina can't code.
Interesting. Can it generate reports?
It can now.
Nice.
So you're saying we can all build apps now?
Yeah.
I'm on lunch. I gotta make a call. I'll be in my office.
Just built an inventory tracker.
Protein calculator.
Book share an app.
A workflow manager.
Trying to pause because I just don't want to give these slop artists any business. I'm waiting for the skip
Yeah.
button. It's got to be on here. The little there it is. There it is. They try to play in our face. Did you see that?
They really don't like this for real.
Yeah. All right. They said
Okay.
that this is AI.
We can move to 17. I'm about to refresh the page and change the number to 17 since we took some time to, we deserve our full 15 minutes. So I'm going to adjust it real quick and we'll be back. We'll be back, guys, at 6:17 EST. But I sent you a message through Discord.
It's not having access to 1 million industrial-grade products that's so amazing. It's the feeling of knowing you'll find the one you need. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
それからさやかが大阪までわざわざ新幹線で私に会いに来てくれて、一緒にたこ焼き食べたり動画撮ったり。
Want a vacation rental? If it's not listed on Booking.com, it's invisible to millions of travelers on our platform. Don't let your vacation rental be invisible. Get seen, get booked. On Booking.com, Booking.yeah.
Welcome to our Prime Line series, where elegance meets smart functionality. The shaker-style doors come in one of today's trendiest organic tones, a calm sage green crafted from solid wood with precision. The rubbed bronze handles contrast beautifully with the soft green. A smart corner sink maximizes space. The open wine rack and glass holder add charm. The backsplash and marble look quartz complete the look. Primeline brings timeless design and everyday comfort together. Visit our showroom to see it in person today here at Trendy Cabinets.
Conservative Republican Mike Dvorak for state senate. While other politicians talk the same old slogans and rhetoric, Mike Dvorak is focused on real solutions that will get Georgia back to basics. He'll work tirelessly to slash taxes and create a more affordable Georgia, enforce our laws and get tough on criminals, and get real results for families on education and health.
Hey, we're back. Sorry, I didn't
To
realize
back.
that the music was that loud.
We can adjust it. We want to play some different music.
Yeah.
I'll be back to doodling in a second here. But I don't know if you want to like maybe show off some of the puppets again and just talk about them a little bit for a second, for like the next 5-ish minutes while I finish with my dogs real quick? Or,
Yeah, for
doesn't
sure.
have to be super in depth, but just briefly, and then I'll come back and I can talk about some stuff.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. The disembodied voice that you are hearing is Dari. She is the producer of the film.
Hello.
I am Justin, and I am the director. This is live stream for Dive Town. We're building awareness. We're raising funds through our Kickstarter. It's Dive Town is about a trio of friends: a siren, a mermaid, and a pirate who lose their home in the enchanted oceans, and now have to survive having to figure out how to pay rent. And we are doing a little Q&A, a little art stuff, a little behind the scenes stuff, a little showing off the merch stuff. This is the poster that we have. Let me make me big for a little bit so we can see what's going on here. I'm really proud of the merchandise that we did. It's really awesome stuff. This poster is one of my favorites. Obviously, we got the shirt, and let me see if I can get you the trio silhouette is on the back there. We have stop motion elements behind Dive Town, and this is Pete the Pirate. We do all the animating over top, like a layover or an overlay on their face area, and yeah, and Pete's waving at you like hello, and you know even his claw snaps open and closed. I had a lot of fun making these paper mache puppets. I think Serena was the most challenging of them because you have to figure out how to spread those wings. Meanwhile, keeping it to where she can act on the surface that you are having her animate on. And she was a little roughed up during the move. The wind really knocked her around, but we're still hanging in there. Very proud of her. Very proud of Pete, and also very proud of Mimi. She's the glue that holds the crew together. They're like the three amigos, but like nautical. We got a lot of we got a lot of inspiration from like old sitcoms and from like 80s like creature flicks, like A Never Ending Story, and Adult Swim, a lot of Adult Swim properties. We even pitched to them, and they enjoyed what we had to say. But my skills at building a pitch Bible was not, where they should have been. After doing my research to figure out what I could have done better. And yeah, we did a little art time today, and now let me shrink myself back in the corner. Where?
And I'm back, by the way.
Yeah, welcome back, Dari. back to not that one. Wait, just double checking. Okay. All right. I don't know why it won't load. It's not loading the screen. I wonder why it's acting so finicky on this computer.
I really couldn't tell you. It's just being very selective on when it wants to work and when it doesn't like to work. Maybe close the YouTube tab out because I don't know. Maybe that's lagging it a little bit. I don't know. Doesn't make much sense, but it's just a thought.
We're back there. We're live.
Oh, rascal, please. It's okay. She can stay in there. You're okay. Good sir. It's okay. Calm yourself. My goodness. You may need to refresh the page because I have erased um the thing. So there we go. I erased just the minute mark or whatever, so it's just not it doesn't look like it did, but hold on, I'm letting it refresh and maybe it'll show the correct stuff that I'm drawing currently. It's loading, it's a gray screen, and it's loading again. Let's just let it load. And come on, Magma, we believe in you. We believe in you, Magma.
The first two panels.
Oh, crap. Oh.
Did you see what I posted in the Divetown Discord?
Yeah, we're making it up there.
Yeah. It's we got the 1 day left, and yeah. I think we're doing the best we can, and I'm proud of everything that we've accomplished so far.
Yeah, it's only up from here.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay, I am going to give me a moment.
I see that you're moving on the drawing page.
Yeah, and I'll get to yapping about some things in a second here. I just have to send a quick text message real quick. Sorry, guys. I'm having a little bit of issues on my end, but for a second, but we'll have everything up and running in a moment here. Okay, sorry about that, guys.
No, you're good.
Let's see. Um, so I think in doing this project, Dive Town, I think about the past media related things that I've watched. And like, I really didn't really grow up with like Adult Swim or too many of the inspirations, like the Never Ending Story. But I did finally watch it, and actually with the director, we watched
Yeah.
it, and we were able to, see the different aspects of the Never Ending Story. And it was always just really interesting to see the way that the main character just, you know, interacted with the story he was reading, and how the, I guess, in book story characters would just, like there's various different personalities. And I won't spoil anything, but it was a very intriguing and fantastical story, and I really liked the different creatures in there. And I hope we can, incorporate some different creatures, maybe not, since they're now going to be in Dive Town. There probably won't be too many creatures, but I can assume that there'll be like, maybe some different looking people that might be, creatures in the skies that might also not be from Dive Town specifically, but are trying to disguise themselves in the human world. Um, Something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but but yeah, so I think in thinking back at specific like media that I used to watch, things like, early Disney and early DreamWorks, as well as just with regard to like TV shows, things like Samurai Jack, or um just different things like that, like a lot of like Boomerang TV channel-esque TV shows was very big to me, and I are like very like intriguing to me, and I loved watching those type of TV shows. And I I'm always thankful for having been able to watch those type of shows, because I think they, influence the work I do today, and influence what media or things I want, projects that I want to be a part of today. And obviously Dive Town was one of them. And just its fantastical nature, because I'm a big like fan of like movies or shows, specifically movies like The Golden Compass or Narnia, and shows like Home of Imaginary Friends, or Chowder, just like some, some goofy silly looking shows that have like, a lot of like comedy, a lot of like humor in them, and are just overall super interesting in their storytelling. Um, but yeah, so I'm really glad to have been able to be a part of this production. And um, you want to talk about a little bit about some of the cartoons that you grew up with, Justin?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like the Foster's Home of Imaginary Friends. Like that must have came out after 2010. Yeah.
Mm, yeah, it was like early to mid 2000s for sure.
Yeah, because I was like, I still would like to like watch that series. I never got around to watching it, but I'm a big fan of Craig McCracken was the guy who was created the show. Yeah, the Powerpuff Girls guy.
Uh, I have no idea, unfortunately. I'm not super big on knowing
Yeah,
specific creator names, but I
yeah.
maybe.
I'm confident that's who it was because like I recently watched a thing, but I'm not super confident. So that's why I was like, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, the Powerpuff Girls, like the early to mid 2000s, cartoons were such a major inspiration. There was a wealth of, well, not a great wealth of creature features in the 80s, like, because like I always felt like there was never enough. But but nowadays, in comparison, there was barely any. But the ones that I did hook onto were either sci-fi or fantasy. Like fantasy and sci-fi draw like a harsh, like a very, they tie with each other when it comes to like my inspirations, because
Yeah.
I'm a dreamer. I'm a stargazer. Like I like looking, following the moon cycles. Like it has nothing to do with anything that that I do. I just really enjoy science and fantasy and sci-fi, and
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like telling a story like this is it's kind of like Samurai Jack, where it's like he was a person at a time, right? He got flung into different times, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're flung into, it might as well be a different time, because even though they all live on the land and on the ocean and just enjoy the freedom of the sea life, now they're trying to figure out how to survive in this literal fish out of water tale, where you know they do have to like blend in with humans, but like where there's one anomaly, where we find our trio, like what you're drawing there and what I got here, uh, who's to say that there's not more characters and creatures from their world that got caught up in all that. And I think building mystery is important. Like we briefly talked about like Alien last night, and like the last several Aliens movie outside of the first two, uh, they veered away from having like the audience follow like the protagonist, where they're like figuring out a mystery, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
think we need to bring mystery back uh, to storytelling, because it's important to include, to help make the audience feel like they're on the journey with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
And that's the influence, and the stuff that I like about, and like a lot of what our tastes parallel. so so this works also very well for us to, because we got like-minded people who are are fortunately all into the same stuff.
Yeah, into the kind of fantasy-esque kind of themes of everything. You might not like all the same kind of fantasy or all the same kind of whatever, but definitely all share, a love for animation in general and just, different types of similar storytelling,
Yeah.
if that made sense. I said different type of similar, which kind of contradicts it. But more so just like we're all in tune with like, despite the different media itself, we all have similar tastes in the specific when it comes to like genre and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
Our little flubs is a part of the charm of it being live, like we can we can edit a video to look real polished, but live, we're talking in real time, and you can't edit out all the uhs and the ums, and you get the
No, yeah, and I'm definitely not caring about that at all. For sure, not, because that's a waste of time for me to do. I'm just, trying to make sure I'm still clear nonetheless. Like, despite me not being able to edit my whatever, I still want to make sure that I'm being clear and clarifying anything.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Do you let's see. I'm going to I don't have the log pulled up of the different stuff that we were going to talk about.
I got it.
Pull it up now.
Is there any particular like pirate films or pirate shows that influence some of the characters, maybe, or not necessarily like pirate, that directly influence, but like maybe you would think back on and be like, oh yeah, that character kind of reminds me of this character from whatever pirate show or pirate related thing.
So I vaguely remember this one pirate show growing up. Man, like, I wish I could remember the name of it. If anyone is in the chat and knows what I'm talking about, I don't think it ran for very long, but it was like I don't think they probably sold all their toys, but it was a cool show. But outside of that, there was obviously the Pirates of the Caribbean movies were fire. Like anyone
Yeah,
who
I
says
agree.
otherwise, they're blowing smoke up your tuchus.
Yeah, I just recently rewatched the first one with someone, and that was just it's such a good show or movie. I mean, um, it's like really, because I mean, like it has like the suspense, the mystery, the questions of like, oh, who's this, or like, oh, what are they doing here, or there's just like different aspects of like questioning what's going on, and yet you're still like, it's like it's a clear story with what's happening, but like there's just moments of like mystery of like what did happen here. Or there's little hints of like, oh, well, this happened. They're like,
Yeah.
there's tons of different aspects of it that make it a really interesting uh show. I mean movie. I don't know why I keep saying show.
A lot of
But yeah, movie.
design aspects of that I took. That is just straight up like snatched right out from there. Not only for this, also for Earthly Comforts. Remember who was it? Was it Davy Jones that had the tentacles for a mustache?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was that was so clever. It broke my brain when I saw the character design Davy Jones. And it's just like
Mm-hmm.
he's got literal tentacles for a mustache.
Yeah.
That I have to steal this right now. I was jealous. That was like one of those character designs that you're jealous that you didn't come up with it.
Yeah.
And I think there was like a background pirate that did have a claw for a hand.
Yeah, I think it was Will's father, I believe.
Yeah, because he
Will
had like
Turner's
all those
father.
barnacles and shit. Sorry,
Yeah, I think he
trying
definitely had a
to.
huh?
Nothing.
But yeah, I think it was him for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that was really a cool thing. And also, there's this movie called Pippi Longstocking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Never
really
heard of
know
that.
much about it, but I do remember her. She lived in a house, and her dad or family was a pirate. Her family was pirates,
Mm-hmm.
but like she lived in a. I don't know. It was a weird. It was a weird movie from the '80s. I can't. I think it's from the '80s, but she looked like the Wendy's mascot girl.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's worth. See if I can Google it. If unless it's like an actual fever dream, then never mind.
Let's hope not. It's probably
Yeah,
not, but
I
I I get you mean.
okay.
You're like you
Pippi
think you
Long.
remember these things, and you're like, wait,
Okay, I'm gonna. Let's see. Can you see my phone? It may take a moment.
yeah. There we have to fight through the lag or the delay. So I'll let you know in a second here. Yeah, we can see your phone. Fine.
Okay.
And who's that supposed to be?
Pippi Longstocking.
Why'd she look like that? She looks kind of scary. Looks a little bit
Why does she
creepy.
look like that? That's a good question.
Why you look like a girl?
I don't know what
What's wrong with her?
those decades like. I don't understand it. I don't understand the mentality behind everything. But all I remember is her family was somehow like pirates, and she had a pet
Interesting.
spider monkey. That
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Um, what other pirate stuff? I don't know. But like pirates have always been a fun little like carefree type of character. When I think of pirates, I'm thinking like they don't have. Yeah, they might have like a captain that's their boss, but they don't like it's not like a hierarchy or a corporation beyond like the that of the boat that they're on. And
Yeah.
I just like that. I like worlds like that.
Yeah, for sure. I think yeah, like you said, like Pirates of the Caribbean was really fantastical. Different that with all the different character designs was really great. Um, I'm trying to think of more like pirate-esque things that I was like, kind of influenced with, aside from Pirates of the Caribbean. Because Pirates of the Caribbean is kind of like, the most like well known, but like I feel like there's more. Well, I guess in recent years, this wasn't like, from my childhood, but there's a movie called Sea Beasts, and it's one of my favorite 3D films. Because it's an animated feature for that was kind of like there was the two character designers from How to Train Your Dragon that designed the Sea Beasts in the Sea Beasts film on Netflix, and that was just such an amazing pirate film because it had that that sea element obviously to it because they're all they're not they're pirates. The main characters are pirates, and like there's Maisie, the secondary character, and she comes from a family of pirates who unfortunately passed away in the some sort of whatever uh uh troop they were on, for lack of a better description. Um, and it has so much like great emotion and storytelling, and it's always such an amazing film to watch. So if you haven't gone and seen The Sea Beasts on Netflix, would highly recommend, because it is so great. And it's because it's when you think about, kids animation or just animation in general, you think about, oh well, it's for kids, or oh, it's for teens, but like Sea Beast is not really, or it obviously can be, but like it's nuanced. It has a lot of like dark moments. And I think a lot of like animations nowadays are either coming from like, well, specifically from Disney. Disney is very, obviously child friendly aside from the Marvel side of it. But like a lot of their animations used to have like a lot of nuance in it. Like I feel like some things like in even the films like Toy Story or like Bug's Life, there was a lot of like deeper meaning and a lot of like complex elements of characters in the early Disney films.
Yeah. Like, I feel like Japan is about the only country that respects like animation to be like for anybody. Like, yeah, there is categories that is specifically for kids, but like the Amazing World of Gumball, yeah, it's bright colors and stuff like that, but a lot of the references are based off like movies from like the 80s and 90s that like kids that were born after 2010 won't understand, you know? So
All right.
I'm all like, I know who the creators of this show is really talking to, you know?
Yeah, and it's always so great when you have like different creators, either directors or whoever, like obviously like the writers and whatnot, or just overall, the creators of different films and whatnot have this like goal of like having great storytelling. And like I think specifically like for Dive Town, like there's just some great storytelling in like the humor of the different elements, or like in the different complexities of the characters. Even though it's a short 7-minute little pilot, there's still a lot of like different elements that you can derive from these characters based upon how they react, or based upon like, like in their reactions, you're like, wait, why did they react this way? Or, like sometimes it makes you question, or sometimes it's clearly as clear as day. And you're like, oh, this is what this character feels. Like you can connect the dots in some of the aspects of it. But overall, it's very clear in its storytelling. And I think it's just such a wonderful thing to be able to accomplish. And I think we accomplished it in Dive Now for the pilot for this time around. And I, hope we're able to do the same for the episode 2 that will be eventually starting creation on.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the way I look at it is, like if one day, we get like a big team, that'll be awesome. But right now, I want to write these stories with our writers. Like I want to write a story that is very like very subtle and tells like a complex story. Even if it is just 6 minutes, it's 6 minutes where you're like, oh, that's interesting. Or you go back, you have to go back and watch it to pick up on the thing that you missed the last time. And it
Yeah,
also,
because that's never even a bad thing.
yeah,
It's like it happens.
yeah. I like when if I can have some fun building like some complexity in these characters, then that's that's why I chose animation. That's why I choose to do this.
Yeah, for sure.
I like these character or these emotional reactions that you're having of all the different characters.
Yeah. I mean, I was locked in earlier, but I think I'm like, diversifying a little bit more, finally.
Yeah.
Um, let's see here.
Yeah. What else? What else is there?
You want to talk about like maybe some of the like real, like not necessarily real world, but why should people watch Dive Town? Or what is, what does this give back to the world? What kind of message does this put out to the world? If you want to just, briefly talk about that element of it, to the people in the comments, the people here watching.
It's a story that you can feel like it's like made for you, like if you watch, if you're into the same stuff that we're into, then you're going to enjoy this film. It's not made for everybody. We're not a mega corporation who has a executive suite that can sanitize and bleach down all of our tricky emotional reactions. We want all of that there, and I think everybody's really bored of like the Disneyfication and the samification of. I mean, I no hate on Disney or a lot of these companies, but like these boards full of these executives who like think that they know better than the creatives, like it is really watered down so much stuff that we've seen people like Dana Terrace who like they didn't like she left because she didn't want to be silenced about her or their um, like sexuality or anything like that. Uh, I want a lot of topics like that to be able to play out in a real authentic story for an audience that's tired of being like catered to, like uh, treated with child gloves. Like we're all adults, even though the characters are cute. Like I want them to be on some real stuff.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
For sure.
And
I agree. And I think
it's better than therapy.
I don't know about that, but it's a part of being, very therapeutic in a way,
Yeah, yeah. Not
For sure.
just. I'm not saying I don't support therapy. You go if you need therapy and you can afford therapy. Do therapy.
For sure, for sure. But it's art in general is very therapeutic in general. Like, like me doing my little doodles is, very just you release the different emotions or you portray the different things and it's always just so great to be able to have this as like an outlet to be able to express myself. Um, I will always forever be grateful for my ability to and my dedication to this craft because it wasn't easy. I wasn't I didn't start out being this like I wasn't an art prodigy or anything. So it was definitely like it's a craft you have to keep practicing and you know just keep at it because it takes time to get good at.
Yeah,
But everybody can do it.
I don't believe that there's any prodigies. I just think that there's people who pick up on like the skills a lot faster, but
For sure.
like you earn
People
those
who just
skills.
get faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, more so when it's like it's just like I say prodigy with regard to like just how quickly some people pick up the skill rather than others. Not necessarily to say like, oh, someone's like, a prodigy and like, they just, they were born with a pencil in their hand. Like that's not it at all. Like definitely people came about and were trying to get to, you know, they got to where they were because they practiced and because, they had that support system to allow them to gain the tools that they need early on. And then, they were able to move forward and, to actually uh do what they wanted
Yeah.
and grow as an artist, which is really, special.
It is awesome, and I hope we get to do this for a really long time because I'm
For
happy
sure.
that we can produce such incredible independent work. Like we have the freedom that it if things did go our way, like say the world didn't turn out like this, we have the freedom that we probably wouldn't have had if we got everything we wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
for sure.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Gotta head out here soon, but I'm gonna obviously finish my little doodles.
Yeah, and I've been
Um,
thinking about it since and I looked at that one day and I was all like, there is there is no way there's no way in few the 24 hours we have left, because I know that is taking into account 24 hours from the point that it was saying that it has one more day. So I think I'm gonna head out right behind you. Basically right with you.
yeah. And thank you
Yes.
so much, guys, for hanging out. Greatly appreciate all the people that came around and came to support us and whatnot, because it's, been a bit of a day for both of us, but we did a lot. We learned more about streaming. We, had our own little challenges with the streaming tools themselves, but like, what can you do? Like,
Yeah.
it's just how it is. But this has been real fun to like just be able to talk with you guys, to laugh with you guys, and to just have, these conversations about these things, because it's not every day we get to like sometimes geek out a bit about, being in the animation industry, or to talk about, the challenges and the different aspects of what it is to be an artist in general.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm happy that like we're figuring stuff out on the live thing, and we got to hang out with friends and got to meet some new people, or at least for me, meet some new people, and I'm happy that we're on the path that we're on, and I'm happy for the journey.
For sure.
Well, if that's everything, I want to say thank y'all again, and if you can within the next day, tell all your mama, your grandpappy, tell everyone to support that Kickstarter, and we'll talk to you later.
Yep. Thank you guys so much. Bye bye.